Today guys, I'm going to be showing you the best way to make money and level up fast inside of Beaks. And this is going to be inside the new update, so update 1. I'm going to be showing you the best methods to earning money for pretty much every level of player inside of the game. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. Starting off, if you're a beginning player and you're trying to figure out how to make money quickly, the first thing I would recommend is doing these newly added quests to the game. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about this guy right here and these little quests over here. When you complete these quests, you get a ton of money as well as a bunch of darts, which are super useful for later progression in the game. I kind of wish they had this in the start though, because this helps progression a lot. So yeah, look for these little NPCs around the map and make sure you complete those quests for extra money, XP, as well as darts. And that's your first money-making method if you're a beginner. Now, if you're a more intermediate player and you've already bought the next rifle from spawn, here's what I'd recommend you do. First, head over this direction to Quill Lake, and I'll show you why in just a second. Alright, so we're now here at Quill Lake. So sit here in this area and basically grind the zone until you can buy the next guns. Also, go ahead and do these quests right here. At this point, you should have a little bit more money as you've been doing quests for a bit as well as selling your birds. Now, I recommend at this point you start using your darts. And the dart that I like to use are iron darts. This is because they deal 50% more damage and they also travel 25% further than the basic default dart. Of course, you can customize this to use any dart you want. Personally, I just like to use the iron. So it's the same idea in the zone. You basically want to grind money, especially with the flamingos as they give you a lot of money. Sell the birds until you can buy the next gun. Okay, so I've been grinding for a bit and let's sell everything and see how much we're gonna make. Also, I haven't been grinding for that long, so I'm not expecting that much. Okay, we made 3,500 from selling, which is pretty nice. Okay guys, so this next method works for any level player, and it's something that they added in the new update. And that's going to be this little watchtower you can see over there. So I'm going to just climb up this mountain. So as you can see, they've added a watchtower in this new update, and you're not able to climb it unless you pay. As you can see, I can't climb up it. So in order to use the watchtower, you have two options. You can either pay $2,000 in the game, or you can use Robux. Personally, I think just spending the in-game currency is better, and just don't waste your Robux on this, guys. It's really not worth it. Okay, I just paid 2,000 and I can now use the watchtower for 30 minutes. So from up here, you get a different vantage point, and honestly, it's not easier for me, at least not in this location, because the trees block a lot of the birds you can see. But maybe this is a better option for mobile players. Let me know in the comments if this method works better for you on mobile. So overall, I'm not exactly a fan of this watchtower in this location. It's just not that optimal for grinding XP and collecting money. They also added a second watchtower over in Mount Beaks, and we're going to be checking that out next. So guys, this is the second area I'm talking about. You want to mainly focus on falcons in this area as they sell for a lot as well as give you a ton of XP when you shoot them. The only thing though about this area is that a lot of the birds look pretty similar, so it's kind of hard to tell which one's a falcon and which ones aren't. Other than that, this is a pretty good area to just grind XP and sell for a lot of money. So guys, this right here is probably what's going to be the best. The Mountain Beaks Watchtower. Over here you get 1.2 times damage as well as 1.5 times dart speed. So I'm going to use this on top of what I already have. So it costs 5,000 to use this for 30 minutes. So we're going to see how much money I can make, and basically I'm going to subtract 5,000 from the total amount I get from selling all of the birds at the end of 30 minutes. For your reference, I'm using the Viper rifle, and I'm also just going to use the regular default dart. Also guys, this is what my inventory looks like before doing this. Alright, so I just paid $5,000 and I now have 30 minutes to use this. So as you guys can see, there's a ton of birds from up here, and it's actually a much better vantage point than the first watchtower we tested back over there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use these 30 minutes and do a speed montage. So let's go ahead and start the montage. Okay guys, so I just finished farming and I did not use the full 30 minutes. I probably have like 10-15 minutes left. So we're going to see how much money we've made. Okay, so we made around $18,000, and if we subtract 5,000, which is how much we paid for the tower, that gives us a total profit of $13,000. So yeah, we made 13,000 profit, guys, and I would say that this is a pretty good method if you want to collect a lot of money or grind XP. So guys, that was the best method and the best tower to use to gain the most XP and experience. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next.